Hello and welcome to my last midweek criterium of the year. It's at Mountbatten. A little bit sad, no more midweek crits for the rest of the year, so I'll have to find something else to fill my week, but that's that. It's at E12 as usual at Mountbatten. The weather looks pretty clear, so I don't think it's going to rain, so it should be alright. Pretty tired after yesterday. I spent way too long editing the video to get it ready for the next day, but I think I was really happy with how it turned out, and it was just, yeah, it's really nice to get the team win. Yeah, hopefully today will pan out nicely. My legs are now like pretty fatigued after doing the regionals on Sunday. Did Thruxton yesterday and ended up averaging, that was like the highest I've ever averaged at Thruxton in terms of watts, so that made that pretty hard for myself. So yeah, today is a 45-minute race, E12. Yeah.
So as soon as the race started, it was an instant attack. Like three people went immediately, and a few more bridged, and there was 6 people within a few laps, and they were perfectly time trialing away, and it was like the perfect thing. I tried to put in a big effort to get across to a chasing group, but then it got brought back, so that was a waste. Yeah, we tried working really hard. We were taking strong turns to try and bring them back, but they were just too fast. And eventually, another chasing group got away, which I wasn't in. I'm going to blame it on me. It was right after my turn. So I managed to try and bridge across to that group, which I was really happy with, which was quite a hard effort, but I managed to get on, which was the perfect thing to do, because that was, if I hadn't bridged across, then there would have been no chance of getting any points.
Come on, Red, you
so
do it.
That was the bridge move, which was successful, which I was quite happy about. Then it got a bit sketchy, because our group caught the group that had lapped us, which is the first group they'd lapped us at this point. We caught onto them, but we're not meant to latch on, but some people were, so the rest of us were, and we got a bit latch on. A couple guys attacked, and I again bridged across to the 2 that attacked onto the lap ahead group. So there was 3 of us there, and the rest of the lap ahead group are a lap ahead. So it's just 3 of us. And then they attacked again to try and make sure the rest of this second group couldn't catch up to us. Then they attacked again, just to really try and make sure, because obviously we needed that top 10, so attacked again round the lap group. Obviously they're not going to react because they're a whole lap ahead. It's not a threat at all. We just wanted to get as much time, but eventually we got brought back, and us as the second group were back together. On the bell lap, that pro from Bike Channel Canyon attacked. I followed a wheel, and I mean that was a really good attack, like it's just so strong, but I guess that's what pros do. So he attacked, I was just on the wheels, annoyingly I just had no more push left in me, I was spinning. And when you're that like fatigued in a race, I find it really hard to launch a sprint after I'm already spinning at 120 cadence. To just get that quick acceleration, I need to be spinning like 100 or less really. And I tried to come around there, but I just had nothing left to give. This guy won, and I just ended up taking 3rd out of our second group. And I think that's 9th or 10th overall. I'm not sure if there was another guy in between, but it got really confusing to be honest.
So yeah, it's just another one. The break went immediately, 2 went, a few went shortly after, and then it was a break of 7 I think. Just solidly away. They lapped the field like in the first 10 minutes, by which point the field is split, so I had to bridge to the second group, which had also been lapped. So I was in the second group for about 6 also, and I knew I had to get in the top 3 of our group to get some points. And it all got a bit sketchy because they're not meant to latch on to the group that lapped us, but we sort of did in the end. It was off and on, and eventually we sort of got the separate, which made it just a bit less confusing. And then we sprint, I got 3rd out of that group, so I think that's 9th or 10th overall. So I can't complain at all considering the circumstances.
So I just thought I'd add this quick little summary. I looked at the Strava flyby, which is always really interesting. I don't think a lot of people know this, but when it's a certain number of riders, you can actually see like the time gaps over time, which is really interesting actually. So the black line is the main group, the peloton really, and I am the red line, conveniently enough. So you can see, obviously we all started together, and then you can see the initial attack group, the gap just kept growing and growing really. The point about halfway in where I bridged across to the yellow and green line, which was the group ahead, and that just ended up going away from the peloton, because at that point the main group was just not big enough to have the manpower to go with it. Towards the end where the red and green lines like separate, that's like the attacks that we did, those sort of attacks that just gave a little 10-second gap, then got brought back, and you know, it's just also really interesting.
So that was a tough race. Literally off the start line as soon as they said go, some people, they plotted against us, man. Like 6 of them gone. I think I got 10th, which means that I've never actually finished outside the top 10 at Mountbatten, which I'm really proud of that statistic. Like, since I started racing there, I think when I was Cat 3, I've always come top 10 at Mountbatten. A nice achievement. So that's the last of the midweek crits until like April. So I guess I have to fill my week with other adventures. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm really trying to get more consistent and make really good content the best that I can. So if you liked the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, tell your friends, like the video, maybe comment down below. It's always nice to hear some feedback. And thanks for watching.